everyone, it's Clarice and today is Monday, which I have decided to designate to tag videos. So today I'm going to be doing a tag, and that tag is called the Make a Meal of It tag. This tag was created by Elena and I was tagged by Hope, so I will link both of their channels in the description. So basically in this tag what you do is you pick a genre and then you assign books to each of the different parts of a meal. So let's just get to the tag. For the genre, I was thinking between choosing fantasy and sci-fi, but ultimately decided to go with sci-fi. So the first part of the meal is the starter, a short story or short story collection. This didn't leave me much of a choice because I only have 3 short story collections and the only one that's sci-fi is this one, which is a collection of Doctor Who short stories called 11 Doctors, 11 Stories. I don't actually watch Doctor Who, but my boyfriend is a huge fan of the show. So I thought when I saw this, I would pick it up and try reading the stories. And so far, I've only read the first 2 Doctor stories, and they're kind of interesting, so I do plan to try watching the show this summer. I don't know, I feel like I could end up really enjoying it, so we'll see. Next is the main course, a novel. As much as I want to say Ready Player One or The Martian, I need to talk about other books. So I'm going to talk about another sci-fi novel that I really enjoyed, and that is The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. I first heard about this book from a review video. I think the user's name was Always Bookish, though I don't think her review is up anymore, which is a shame. But I read this book late last year and really enjoyed it. Lately, I've been seeing some more popular booktubers like Lindsay Ray and Peruse Project talk about this book as well. But back then, I hadn't heard much about it, so I was really pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Basically, this is about a guy named Harry August who, when he dies, is just reborn back in the same place, body, time that he was born before, and is able to live his life again, and this just happens every single time he dies. It's so interesting and so intelligent and such a unique type of time travel. I would definitely recommend this book, especially if you enjoy sci-fi and time travel and being mind blown. Next is Dessert, a book with a sweet ending, 1984 by George Orwell. Just kidding, of course. Well, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I guess Ready Player One, compared to the other sci-fi books I could think of, I guess that one has kind of a sweet ending. Let's just say that. Next is Side Dish, a book under 400 pages. I'll give a book that's probably under 100 pages, and that is Animal Farm by George Orwell. In case you didn't know, this book is a classic. It's about these animals that break out of a farm and then they form their own society. And while it's a novel, like most of George Orwell's works, it's also a form of social commentary. And it's definitely a book that made me think a lot after reading it, so I would definitely recommend it. And it's not that long of a book, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time. Next is Cheese, an oldie but a goodie. For this, I'm choosing The Giver by Lois Lowry. I definitely read it when I was at that sort of dystopian phase of things when I was reading The Hunger Games and Divergent and Delirium. So I really enjoyed it because it's one of those older dystopians, and while it's kind of slower paced compared to the dystopians that I had been reading, it's still definitely a very thought-provoking book and definitely one that I enjoyed reading. Next is Coffee, a book that got your adrenaline going. I've been trying not to mention this because since I read it, I feel like I haven't had a video wherein I didn't mention this, but I just had to, and that is The Martian by Andy Weir. It's not even a super action-packed book, but this is the last book I remember that I could really feel like my heart pounding in my chest while I was reading it from the anxiety. And this is just a book that I really got invested in. The last part of this tag is the dinner guest. Who do you tag? I wanted to tag more people, but I still have a tag video to do next Monday, so I'm just going to sort of split it. So if you aren't tagged here and I haven't tagged you in anything yet, I may tag you next week. But for this tag, I'm tagging Why Mermaids and Clockwork Kitten. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter, friend me on Goodreads. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!